back, Mindsetters. I hope you're all enjoying the show so far. Guys, let me know what your thoughts are. How's your day going? It's hot today in Joburg. I know that we've got lots of learners that are out there in Polokwane, Limpopo, the Free State. Hi to everyone from Mpoi High. If any of you guys are watching, let me know. I visited there last week and it was absolutely fab. Guys, don't forget, let me just tell you that we do have grade 12 IT materials coming out on Monday. So that's countdown time. It's all very exciting. So if you know anyone, please send them to our Facebook page. It's www.facebook.com/learnextra. Also chat to us on Twitter @learnextra. And I think before it starts raining, because I can actually hear thunder and lightning, Hayley, let's take it away.
Hey, welcome back. I hope that we've got rid of the glitches on this board today, but you'll have to forgive me. I think it's probably the heat. Okay, so what we were doing, we were trying to get the simplest form of this ratio or this fraction. So we decided we'd divide by 3. Okay, so 18 divided by 3 is 6 and 15 divided by 3 is 5. Now, for those of you that are using a scientific calculator, I want to show you how to actually simplify your ratios with the use of a calculator. Now remember, if you don't have a scientific calculator, it's not a necessity and you will have to do it kind of the way I've just done it on the board. But if you do have the calculator, use your fraction button and just type in 18 divided by 15 and press equals. And your calculator actually gives you the answer in the simplest form. So 6/5, well, we know we've calculated it correctly, and that's just one way you can kind of test this ratio. Right, and this proportion. So let's go back to our notes and see where it takes us next. Right, our challenge question. How are the answers on our challenge question?
They're getting there, Hayley. There's quite a few, and I think that somebody has definitely got the answer, and I think they know who it is. So as soon as you're ready to tackle it, let me know.
Okay, let's go through the challenge question. So what I want to look at, right, we're looking at 4 different values and 4 different size packages. Now, we can't compare prices if we've got different sizes. So what we need to do is we need to actually look at the same value. So we can calculate each one and find out a price actually, let's get a pen here, and we can find out the cost, let's put it as cost per maybe 100 grams. So we could do a calculation for each one of these and work out how much it would cost per 100 grams. I'm going to show you one, and then I'm going to show you how we can actually, by reading our numbers carefully, we didn't have to do all that work. So but let's just go through one. So I want to, let's take my 62.5 grams, and the cost for that was R6.29. And I want to know how much is it going to cost me if I've got 100 grams. And there's my question mark. Now remember I said to you, well, what we do to this side, we need to do to that side. But we need to work out how we change 62.5 into 100. Earlier we were dealing with easy numbers of 18 and 36, but now these are a little bit harder numbers. So I'm going to say, well, do the reverse. Remember I said to you, you could take your 36 and divide by 18. Well, let's do that. So let's take another color, and we're going to times here by 100 over 62.5. Okay, and what we do to the one side, we do to the other. So times here by 100 and over 62.5. Just again, going to find a little bit more space on the board to show you why, well, okay, why we do that. If I've got 62.5 and I want to make it into 100, I need to times by 100 and get rid of that, so I divide by 62.5. So that's just the maths of showing you how it works. But we don't really need that. Okay, we just do the reverse and we do the same thing that side. So now let's find our calculator and do this calculator, if our calculator is going to work, and let's do this calculation. So it was, what was the number? It was R6.29. So we say R6.29. I'm going to times it by, and I can use my fraction button, and if you're using a non-scientific calculator, well then just times, press equals and then divide, and you should be fine. So we've got the calculator, let's use it, 100 over 62,5, and we get an answer of 10 Rand, 0.064 cents. So that is, let's find a pen here. Okay, it actually works out to, let's get rid of that, I need a pen again, I don't know where my pen went to, 10 Rand, 0.064. Now I've done a funny little thing there. I've actually kept 3 decimal places that I'm dealing with money. Now we know money is 2 decimal places. But because I'm comparing, I've decided rather let me keep this extra like 0.4 of a cent, just in case I need to compare it to the other values. It might be important, and I don't know that yet. So what's really important for you to remember is round off, but only round off at the very, very end, your last part of the question. Okay, so coming back to the question, we wanted to know which was the best bar. Now I've just worked out 100 grams for the 62.5 gram box. I can then work out 100 grams for each one of these. And I'm going to be doing quite a lot of calculations. Well, I'm going to be doing this calculation another 3 times. But if I look carefully at these numbers, what I notice about these numbers, from 62.5 to 125, I'm basically timesing by 2. From 125 to 250, I'm timesing by 2. From 250 to 500, I'm timesing by 2. So if I look at these numbers and see if I times this by 2, what happens? So let's try that at the moment, because the box is doubling. Let me see if the price is doubling. So I'm going to take the 6.29 Rand one, and I'm going to times it by 2. So 6.29 Rand times by 2, and I get an answer of 12.58 Rand. So let's go back to here, and I see that for that price, pen was 12.58 Rand. Pen's not being selected. 12.58 Rand. So quite clearly I can see that the 625 one is actually cheaper than 125 because I'm paying 15 Rand for that. So I'm going to exclude this totally. I'm not even going to look at it any further because it is more expensive. Now let's try double this again to get the 250. So 12.58, I've still got that number, 12.58 times by 2, and I get an answer of 25.16 Rand. It's bigger than that. So what am I going to do? I'm going to actually exclude that. It was 25 Rand. So far this is looking the cheapest. And now let's compare this one times by 2. So now I've got 18.49 times by 2. Calculator. 18.49 needed. I'm glad that happened. We need to be careful when we're entering numbers on the calculator that we're actually entering what we want. It's so easy to make a mistake on the calculator, and then we get an answer and we think, but the calculator said so, therefore it must be true. Not always the case. So be careful and double check. So 18.49 times by 2, and we get an answer of 36.98 Rand. 36.98 Rand is cheaper than that. So which is our best bar? Let's find another color. This seems to be our best bar. Why is our best bar? It's our cheapest bar. So 250 gram is our cheapest. Indy, what did everyone else say?
Sure, we got so many amazing answers. Guys, if you're in Joburg, let us know. Is there a big storm happening? Because I can just hear thunder and lightning going on. Let me have a look quickly, Hayley. Just get me down to the question.
I'll get some water.
Give me 2 seconds. Okay, so let's have a look at our answers here. We had some really interesting ones. Let me read to what Sizwe had to say, because everyone's saying, oh, well, the answer is 250 grams because Sizwe said so. So this is what Sizwe had to say. 250 grams because if you can buy 2 of 250, which will make 500, their price will be less than that of 38.89 for 500 grams.
Perfect.
So,
That's
yeah.
exactly right. Now I was looking earlier and I saw one of your answers that I can't remember who it was. Somebody said 500 grams because it'll last longer.
Yes,
Now,
yes.
this
That was Mono.
Was
Mono
that
said,
Mono?
yeah.
Mono, I love that answer. We didn't say was it the best bar because it was cheapest. We said which was the best bar. Okay, so 500 grams that will last longer is an excellent, excellent answer. And this brings me to the most important fact about NatSlit. You need to be able to justify your answers. So you need to say why it is the best. And she was looking at how long it'll last, and especially if you've got a big family and everybody loves tea, well, you need a bigger box. Okay, it didn't say the cheapest. So I love that kind of answer. And I need you sometimes, guys, to be thinking like outside the box, not just, oh, well, this is the standard and what is expected of me. Okay, should we move on to something else?
Yeah. Should we go to an ad break, or do you want to carry on with the question?
Let's go for a quick ad break, and then we
Okay.
can go through to the questions.
Okay, fantastic. So guys, we're going to go for an ad break. Well done for everyone that answered the question and just for interacting with each other. I think it's so cool that there's a space on Facebook, on Learn Extra Live, that we can actually start to chat to each other and talk to each other and help each other out. Guys, so while we go to a quick break, and hope you're all keeping dry in this weather, yeah, we'll see you after the break.